Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo, crypto gains. What's going on, guys? Crypto's booming. Let's get into it. There's so much to talk about, I don't even know where to start. But as always, I'll start with the elephant, money. All right, let's talk futures. Okay, so there's been a lot of scuttle about futures because of some contract sustainability changes. And the big change is that you can still make the 0.5% a day, which is about 182%. It is still, I don't care what people say, still the #1 passive yield DApp on the blockchain, on any blockchain, period. Period. It has never stopped paying. It's been running for over 400 days. There's a treasury with close to $50 million in it. Futures is simply, I don't care what people say, it has been an amazing product. So if you haven't been in your futures account in a while, basically the way the personal bonus works is you have a personal bonus which decays over time. Up front, you're giving 100% of the bonus. How do you get your APR back up? Well, to do that, you simply click on your future and you deposit. You put in a $200 top off and you're back to 0.5%. So again, I don't care what people say. They're like, I'm not making money in futures. How can you have not made money in futures? I put 50K in originally, pulled out 183K, and I have 104K. And what did I say when this DApp started? I said, don't even think about taking money for 150 to 200 days. And then treat it like a bank account. We're in a bull run right now. Futures was born in a bear market. It paid the bills. It kept the lights on in the bear market. And it's still going. Now, how am I treating futures now? I'm back to compounding to build my account because I really don't need the money now that we're in a bull market. So I'm building up my TVL. I'll probably try to grow this to 200. And again, I just use it when I need it. I'm not trying to sit here and pound on it. I'm trying to claim responsibly and grow my bag. So that's futures. I don't know what else to say about it other than it's been an amazing product. And BT has made sure that things have stayed sustainable. And it's just killing it. Now, let's talk about its stepsister, Elephant Token. All right, so Elephant had this massive parabolic rise, and we had some sell-offs. There was a more recently, we had the top whale with 8 trillion tokens had sold, and really at this point, I think a lot of people are chasing opportunity costs. Like maybe they feel they can get into BTC, but I've still got a solid bag of Elephant. That hasn't changed. Elephant, if you look, it looks like we kind of hit the bottom and she was picking up again. So again, in the full bull, you know, we're just starting. So, but I understand if some people have taken some profits, that's normal. But I still think Elephant, the token, has a lot of promise, especially with BNB. Now let's talk BNB. I tell you what, the setups don't get any better than this. The 4-line EMA showing absolute insane strength, and we haven't even really had a God candle yet. God candle is something like these, okay? So all 4 averages, and we're getting the divergence between these lines. And as I've always said, when the triple line dips under the red line, it's on a downtrend, but everything is turned up. It's very important that this turns up, and as I stated, the weekly had to catch up, and now it has, and BNB is killing it. I really don't see a reason why BNB, what am I projecting? 1 to 2,000 in the upcoming bull. So I'm still strong on BNB. I hold a solid bag of BNB, and nothing's changed. I know CZ has stepped out of the picture, but he'll be back, and there's nothing changed with BNB. I think it's definitely and still remains one of my blue chips that I just absolutely love. Jumping over to BitTensor. Oh my gosh, BitTensor is just still killing it. I've been talking about BitTensor since it was $44, so I wasn't even in that early. But BitTensor is the AI project on its own chain, and it has Bitcoin-like tokenomics, and there's halvenings and stuff. And really, BitTensor, in my opinion, is the NVIDIA for crypto. There's a ton of new ones out. I know Pale AI has been running, Palm AI. But you have to be careful with these AI tokens because some of them are just all hype and vaporware. But BitTensor is actually doing things, and you can't really argue with that. If you stake your Tensor, you can earn, I think it's 15 to 18% on your staked tokens, which is pretty awesome. And there's a very high value of tokens staked. Now the question is, how do I get into BitTensor? Well, you need a Polkadot wallet, but what you can do in the short term to jump in quickly is you can buy the wrapped towel, and I did a video on this. I'll post the link down below on how you can get BitTensor exposure, and then you can just bridge over this wrapped towel using the bridge to the main. I think it's a Nakamoto mainnet is what they call it. But BitTensor, at least have one. If all you can afford is one coin, I would want to have it in my portfolio. What am I expecting in full bull on BitTensor? Ridiculousness. Maybe 5,000, 10,000, which I know sounds absolutely nuts. Not financial advice, but I do believe this, like I said, this is the Bitcoin AI, and I think BitTensor is going to do great things moving forward. Talking about the grapes. This is a salty subject for me, especially since these were almost 4 ETH at one point. Grapes down significantly, but in general, a lot of the ETH NFTs are extremely far down right now. Even Pudgy Penguins dropped like 5 ETH because everything is Bitcoin focused at the moment. What do I think about the grapes? Well, there was a delay on season 2 harvesting to earn tokens, and you can still own a grape and you earn bunches and you will get token grape coin, but Grapecoin has had its first integration into games. There's supposed to be all this partnerships and stuff launching. I don't know, Legos, this, that, but they've been very secretive about it, which I think has actually hurt the project a bit because investor confidence is down. Well, first let me rephrase that. Investor, you're buying a picture of a grape. So the premise of grapes was, it still is buy an NFT, maximum value back to the NFT holders, earn grape coin. They launch mobile games on the phone. They use the revenues to buy back grape coin, and everybody makes money. They just had an AMA yesterday, but I guess the recording got lost. So there's just been, the bag has been fumbled. But I still have a lot of these. But I'm still up. So that's why I have not made an emotional decision to sell these yet, because I have quite a few. I'm still significantly up from when I bought. Now is probably a good entry point if you're not in the ecosystem, if you believe in what they're doing. But grapes is strange because they have all the fundamentals to be an amazing Web3 company, but they're less about the hype and they're more about fundamentals. The problem is, especially with the bull market kicking off, everyone loves hype. But, the problem with hype is it's hard to sustain over a long period of time, and then people usually end up profit taking. I see grapes more as a business that's generating income, and they haven't got it right yet or connected to the users that there's value in the project. But I am still holding my grapes. Grape coin absolutely destroyed on the timeline, almost down to the token generation event price of around 2 cents. The airdrops and the TGE since the token generation event, we're at about 40% distributed. So that's another, 7 months or so of tokens flowing out. So that is the problem, is they had this, that the tokens vest daily. So there is constant sell pressure until they can come up with sinks. What a sink is a reason to use your token. We're probably still going to have problems. How much grape coin am I? I still got a huge bag of grape coin. I have not sold a single coin. I've actually stacked some more up, with this price dip, but I'm not buying in big batches because the liquidity is not huge. It's only 51K. So if I top off, I just top off with less than a BNB. But I mean, 2 cents, man, 2 cents. And a lot of the gaming projects after the initial pump are having problems. And everyone was talking that gaming was going to be the meta this time in this bull run, but I just don't know. Like I said, I think some coins are doing good, the infrastructure coins, but single games and stuff aren't doing so well. I kind of liked Grapes as a brand because they're developing multiple games and it's just not a single game. But at this point in the market, I would be careful about buying any game-centric coins that are just one game, because then you're hoping that's going to be kind of like Call of Duty size, and it's probably not likely. So I'm still on the sidelines here with some of these others, but I still believe in Grape, and I'll just basically, at this point, I have a lot of flexibility in how far I can hold. Because I own the NFTs, my cost average is like a penny. So I'm still up to like 240%. So I have quite a way. I was just like either ride it to Valhalla or zero. But I still think Grapes has the fundamentals to be an amazing project. It's just not connecting with the users. And I think the dev team, they're great, but they need more communication so that people, have confidence in the project. On to the title of my video, and that is ETH to 10,000. And you're like, slow, ETH to 10,000. What are you talking about? ETH to 50,000. Now on to the title of my video. ETH to 50,000. You're like, what? ETH to 50,000? Are you crazy, slow? Actually, I'm not. It's much closer than what you think. They are making strides to scale this to 100,000 TPS, transactions per second. And at the end of the day, ETH has had its downs, but in the long term, ETH is ETH. It's not going anywhere. People have a lot of confidence in it. So where am I getting this $50,000 figure? So the way you come to that is you look at the historic Bitcoin to ETH ratio, meaning how much is ETH to BTC, 1 ETH. How much BTC is 1 ETH? And it's around 0.058. So let's look at a chart. Okay. So Bitcoin 65K, ETH is, so we basically apply this ratio and then we look at what Bitcoin. So Bitcoin and ETH travel in a pack. They get out of sync at times, but then it still merges to an average of about 0.058. So at 100,000, ETH is 5,800. So I'm super duper confident ETH will break its all-time high here shortly. Okay. And what are my thoughts on Bitcoin for this run? Honestly, I am seeing Bitcoin between 700,000 and $1 million per token easily. Now this is full bull. This is taking it up to 2025 for full blow off. And where does that put ETH? That puts ETH in the $40,000 to $50,000 range. but I do believe it's possible. So again, just like BitTensor, own at least one ETH, okay? Don't be a maxi of anything. Be a maxi of profit, because at the end of the day, be flexible. That's a really important question. So, on to ordinals. Merlin Seal is still going. They've got like 3 billion bridged over for points. If you haven't been following this, basically you bridge over some assets on the bridge and you earn points, and then you're going to get a Merl token when it drops. Nobody knows how many points per Merlin that's going to be to make up one token, but I will leave my code down below if you want to join a team. We're over 10 BTC, so we do get the bonus level for points. Where was that? So 295 a token. So there's already pre-market on the Merl token for $3 a token for 5,000. Now the question is, how many points will it take on Seal to get one token? And that's going to kind of determine the market cap. So I think what they'll do is at the end of this, they'll add up all the points, and then they're going to come up with some kind of market cap, and that's going to decide the token price. Now, what's my master plan with this? Well, my master plan is to get a fat airdrop, of course. But anyways, you can bridge multiple Bitcoin, Ethereum, ZK. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. They've recently partnered with Tron, so Tron people can stake their Tron assets, which that was a little irritating because I feel like it's deleting the ordinals and the Bitcoin pools. I mean, you can already do ETH, USDC, USDT. That's from Tron. But I mean, honestly, Tron's creeping back up there, so that's what they've added. So, oh, and I didn't mention, so Merlin chain is basically a layer 2 for Bitcoin for fast, cheap transactions. So, like I said, I'll leave my code down below if you want to join our team. On to Sats. Still holding. There's no reason why Sats, 10 billion market cap, I'll take profits. So yeah, I've still got a pretty big bag of Sats. I've got it all staked on Merlin Seal. Hopefully they don't rug. But Sats is making a nice secondary charge. Hopefully we go back to all-time highs and blow it out of the water. But I don't foresee, like when you have stupid meme coins going to multiple billions, something like Sats, it is the OG BRC20. I expect huge things out of Sats in this upcoming market. Runestones, lots of copies out there, but R6 are the OG originals. I originally owned 5 of these puppies, and I sold a couple at these prices. It's like $6,000. Like I took some profits, and then people were like, "Well, Slow, why are you selling your RSIC?" Well, number one, I didn't get the airdrop originally, so I paid like 0.03 for mine. But so I'm up significantly, especially considering that Bitcoin is up in price. So there are a lot of whales on the R6. I'm not fudding, that can dump at any time. So I still have a couple mining. I did do the boost inscription. I do see RSIC as the OG, first to the table. It may not be the first rune, but it seems to have the biggest mind share of all of them. So the runes, so you get an RSIC, you don't have to do anything, and then it mines runes, and then at the Bitcoin halving, everyone gets their runes, and then I guess they have a bunch of other plans, dexes, this, that, and they're kind of like their own rune chain or something. I'm not really sure, but this is a good lesson in moon bags, and that is never sell your entire bag. And that's why I'm still keeping a couple of these, but I did take some profits. Now these could jet up here in the next couple of weeks, but remember, at the end of the day, profit is profit. I'm not trying to time things. I look at crypto as kind of an investment. Like, I like to invest and sell when on green candles. So that is what I'm doing. Zen. Look at that chart. You gotta love it. Now, here's the irony behind this. I'm still up 250% on Zen, okay? And people are fudding Zen till the end of time. And here's the reality. This market cap is so tiny. It's so tiny. And I'm still long on Zen, and I keep stacking Centurions. Now, I do have my max mint Centurions coming due in the next week or two. And I've had a lot of people asking me, Slow, are you going to sell your coins? I could sell my coins, and GUI is high. We're sitting at 90 GUI right now, so it's going to be expensive. But at these price levels, I'm still in profit. Again, when Zen started, what did I say? Max pain. I went the max route. I max minted. And in 2 weeks, I will have flipped it. Now I have time money on my side because I have additional additional coins coming out every month. Okay? Is that gas going to hurt? Yeah, it's going to hurt, but I'm still in profit. So, based on what I put into it, I'm happy with what Zen's doing. Even though on the max scale, it looks literally like the worst possible crypto chart ever created. So, now, am I staking? I'm not sure what I'm going to do once my Zen starts coming out. Like, if I did do stakes, they would be shorter. I would probably do like 30 days, but I have to make sure that it makes sense from a gas standpoint to stake, because I don't want my Zen. And I think Zen is a great study because I fumbled the bag with Hex. Okay, basically you had to hold Hex 2 or 3 years, and then it mooned, and then you made just stupid money. But Zen, it's been out over a year. I think it's just incubated. And if you're looking, we're at 65% mined. So the majority of Zen is already mined, So, I mean, if you go over onto Blur, those Centurions were pretty cheap. Like, I picked up 10 more the other day. It was ridiculously cheap. I got them at 0.1. They mature in July, which is totally awesome. Centurions. Yeah, so they're Centurions at 0.1. So these are March 1st. So someone's selling a Centurion that's already expired. Alrighty then. Expired. Yeah, so always check your redemption dates on these. So these are getting hit with penalties already because gas was like 200 the other day. January 15th, 19th. So this is somebody capitulating. Alright, I'm back. So it looks like somebody was capitulating on these. So yeah, they're getting hit with penalties. So, but anyways, that was because gas spiked up to like 1 or 200. So this person abandoned their Zens. So be careful when you're buying on Blur to make sure you don't get hit with something that's expired. So we're still sitting at 90 GUI. Yeah. So anyways, that's Zen. I still haven't changed it. Here's the reality. Most things in crypto, on stuff like this, it takes 2 to 3 years in order to recognize the gains. And I'm patient to do that because I think my bag is gonna just make crazy island money. But there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of risk to it because you never know what ETH gas is gonna do on the day that your Centurion comes due. So, but that is Zen. Overall feelings on the market. I'm still holding a lot of my positions. Again, I'm not trying to chase after gains. Like I said, BNB is killing it. Very happy with that. I'm not trading meme coins. That's just not my bag. Polygon has underperformed. I've been a little disappointed with Polygon, but I had thought of moving my Polygon to AVAX just because it seems like AVAX is going to run harder. It's kind of a different price point. So that is one thing I'm considering. I'm up on my Polygon. I got it at like 50 cents. It's 2x'd. I just I hate to sell it though before it moons. I'm sure in the full bull it could go to like 10. But those are my thoughts. Again, I'm not trying to chase a lot of new, not trying to chase a lot of the new stuff. I mean, I have exposure all over the place. So, yeah, that is the market update today. I know it was long. There's a lot to talk about. I could sit here and talk for hours, but I appreciate you being part of the Cryptoslo community. I know I haven't been putting out as much content as of the recent, and that's because I unfortunately had eye surgery, and I ended up having it twice. So I've been down for several weeks. So just kind of recovering from it and getting back on the horse. So I haven't gone anywhere. Slow ain't going nowhere. So like, subscribe, and as always, this is Crypto Slow. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.